Hi, everybody. Welcome to Team Bomb Squad Zoom call for Sunday night, March 3rd. We're going to try and get a lot of people to talk for a short period of time each. So I'm going to just start off with some announcements. Several of us went to Super Friday and Super Saturday this weekend in Pittsburgh on Friday and in Cranberry Township on Saturday. So we have some takeaways from that. And the theme of this Super Saturday for this quarter is getting results. So we definitely want to try and keep our focus, everything we do on helping our challengers and our coaches get results. So some of my quick announcements: we're going to keep the March Madness group open for the first couple weeks of April here, just so we have somewhere to put people. I have some new people that just got their packets of stuff, so they want to start tomorrow, like Brian Bresnai. He may jump on this call if he can get away from WrestleMania for a few minutes tonight. So if you have people that need a place to go, March Madness will stay open, and we'll try and continue to give support in there. Maybe I can actually get some of my workouts done that I've missed over the last 3 weeks and put them in there. Also this week, Coach Tiff and her husband Sean came up with a great idea. I'll let her touch on that if she can. If not, we'll come back to it. But this week, Monday through Friday, she came up with a really good idea. Is it a good time for you to talk now, Tiff? Do you want to just real quick tell everybody what that is?
Sure. I just unmuted myself. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Sean actually came up with the idea to do like the squat challenge to the song Flowers by Moby. And I thought, well, that's a really fun idea. We should do like a week-long challenge group for free. And every day just pick a song and pick a challenge. Like try to come up with a song that has a repetitive, chorus like that. So I think we're going to do Roxanne one day and maybe do burpees with that one. But if you guys have any ideas that you'd like to share, we're all ears.
So Tiff created the group today. Everybody's welcome, and you're welcome to invite people into that group. And Tiff will create the content for that group. So she'll do one song, her and Sean, one song a day. It's like a 3-minute challenge. So she called that 3-minute madness.
Yeah, 3-minute madness.
Cool name. And if you want to create your own bonus song and put it in there for the day, she agreed to let you do that. So that was an awesome idea. We all love that idea. Starting next Monday, April 11th, will be week 0 for our BOMB SQUAD challenge group, which will start on Monday, April 18th. Also during week 0, so the week of April 11th, and we'll get all these dates together, but we're going to do a team 3-day refresh for anybody that's ready to do a refresh. So that group will run April 18th to May 8th, ending on Mother's Day. 3 days following Mother's Day, we have another refresh, May 9, 10, 11. And then we have a group starting the day after Mother's Day, May 9th through the 30th. We will also do a refresh following Memorial Day weekend, Tuesday, May 31st to June 2nd. And so we're getting organized. BOMB SQUAD people are finally, I got some people that are getting me to get the team organized. So I appreciate that. All right, a couple more quick announcements, and we'll get into the fun part of the call. Make sure you always tell your people, and all of us should be going to beachbodychallenge.com, putting a before picture, trying to complete a program, and then an after, and then getting our free t-shirt, or if you're 22-minute hardcore, you get the special commemorative coin, or if you're a 3-day refresh, you get the shaker cup. So beachbodychallenge.com, don't forget that. And special starting tomorrow, a Beachbody Run program-specific group. You may not have heard this one yet. Beachbody is running Summer Strong Challenge groups, April 4th to June 4th. So these are program-specific. So if you have someone that really just wants to be in a group that's about their program rather than like a hybrid or generic group, they're running Size, Brazil Butt Lift, 22-minute hardcore, hammer and chisel, 21-day fix, and also 21-day fix extreme groups. And you can find those by searching Facebook, Summer Strong Challenges. 2 more things. On Saturday night, 5 of us met at Cloud's house, and we have some feedback from Liz on that. But we decided to meet monthly. So everybody's welcome, our coaches, all of you that are on this call, and then anyone that's in the Bomb Squad, or any of your coaches are welcome to join us in person, and we will Zoom that meeting. The next one, we're going to try and keep them on the first Saturday of the month. Cloud was kind enough to offer her finished basement to us again on Saturday, May, I lost it, guys, 7 or 6, 7? Okay. And that will be at 4 p.m. We'll create it. We already did create an event. The people on this call have already been invited, so you can invite your coaches. That's more going to be like a training coach, brainstorming mastermind type get together, and we'll bring snacks and have a little party at Cloud's house. And if you can't join us in person, we'll Zoom you in, or we'll Facebook Live you in, whatever we need to do. The reason it's called Flexility, well, we'll leave that for another day. And then I just wanted to make a quick note, and I promise I'll shut up. Be inviting always to things. Like, I'm inviting people to hip hop class with Cam this week. I'm inviting to other things I do. Invite people to get coffee. Invite people to the movies. Invite people to the playground if you have a son or daughter, or go dog walking, or whatever you need to do. You can Zoom people into invites. So if you want to work out with people and they're not in your town, do a Zoom workout, and work out with them virtually. Same thing with meal prep, which Coach Danelle, right on cue, look at that steam coming up, steam and veggies, I bet, or something. So you can, she's basically Zoom meal prepping, and maybe she'll even touch on that. I think that's one of her topics for tonight to talk about. Okay, deep breath. I think I got everything. Just a last comment I didn't say. So we have our group that we're running is always program unspecific. So anybody can do any program in the Bomb Squad challenge groups that I mentioned. If they want a more specific group, those are available also. All right, I'm gonna send it over to Tiff, because we never know when Scarlett is going to decide to step in. So we'll get her first. I think she has some takeaways from Friday night.
Okay, yeah, my takeaways from Friday are it's really hard to actually put into words the atmosphere there. It's just, the room is just filled with positivity. Everyone you meet is so positive. The speakers there were amazing. They were so motivational, so inspiring. Sean and I both are so glad that we were able to make it. And I guess the point I want to stress to anyone who feels like you don't have time, or maybe you have kids and you don't have a babysitter, just try to find a way to make it there, because it's totally worth it. I have a daughter. She's 11 months old and she's still breastfeeding. So I didn't know what I was going to do. We don't have a babysitter here. So I just brought my husband with me, and we brought our daughter, and, if she needed to nurse or anything, I was right there. So we did what we had to do to make it work, and we're really glad that we were able to come.
Right, and several of us have been to several events where we've seen people bring their kids. People have their kids there for a little while. Our friend Jess Simcox was sitting on the side with her daughter for an hour. Then the daddy came and picked up the daughter. So you can make it work, whatever you need to do. Tiff and Sean didn't stay the whole time because they had a little daughter, and they had an hour and a half drive to get back to Morgantown where they lived. So, so good point. Anything else you want to add from that, Tiff?
No. After this one, we decided next time we're going to try to get like my mom or someone to come out here, even though it's 2 hours away, but we're really going to try to get a babysitter because we wanted to stay for the workout so bad. So next time we're going to try to make that happen.
Right. And just tell everybody, since we're recording this, what your experience with Beachbody was before you became a coach. How many programs, or what you and Sean have done in the past?
Okay. Well, we decided to do Insanity. I think it was about 6 years ago. We wanted to get in shape for our wedding. So we did 2 rounds of Insanity before our wedding, and we had great success. I think I lost almost 20 pounds during that time. And then, I've done programs over the years off and on. I've completed T25. That was before I had a baby. And then after I had Scarlett, I went about 6 months without working out at all. And I was just feeling, not very healthy. I just didn't have energy. I wasn't motivated. So I think it was like about November, I reached out to Scott and said, I got to do something. I got to lose this baby weight. So I did the 21-day fix, had great results. Then after that, I decided to do size. And now I'm doing 22-minute hardcore with you guys.
Very cool. So she has a lot of experience with her husband with Beachbody programs. All right. Thank you, Tiff. All right. Danelle wants to say some things. Is this a good time for you, Danelle?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Danelle, you're up.
So, as Scott was saying, I'm in the middle of meal prep. So I have sweet potatoes and green beans and carrots and broccoli and cauliflower going. So, I guess the first thing I wanted to say is Tiff brought up how inspirational the big events are. And I think I was fortunate enough last year when I was just starting out for Scott to invite me to Cancun with him. And that was like really on steroids. Going to that Success Club trip, really getting to work out with Sean and Tony and everyone lit a fire under me and really made me want to reach out and help people and change people's lives, because you saw it in front of you and you saw people there that have lost 100 pounds, 150 pounds, and all in one place, and all just supporting each other and helping everyone be positive and encouraging. So that was huge. So I guess my biggest thing is I struggle when I don't plan. So I struggle to get caught up in my life. My life is crazy and I'm busy and I'm running from place to place. So unless I get up in the morning and work out, it's hard for me to fit it in. So the last 3 weeks I've been doing 5 a.m. workouts, and basically it's the only way that I'm going to work out. Like if I get up in the morning and don't push snooze. Melanie Mitchell brought that up at the Super Friday. She's saying if you hit snooze, like if you do that over and over again, you're cutting into your productivity. You're cutting into your time to do work. You're cutting into your time for your workout. So that's my goal this week, is to not hit snooze. But I think that's probably the biggest thing that's made a difference for me personally, is making sure I have healthy food around, making sure I work out early in the morning so that I don't lose it in my crazy day. So
awesome.
Those are my biggest things.
One more thing before you go, and if you mentioned this, I may have been distracted by Scarlett for a second. Did you tell everyone what you do for a living and what you're in the middle of now?
So I work for a Big Four accounting firm, doing trust and estate taxes. So I am in the middle of crazy tax season. Liz and I work together. So we're working, I don't know, right now, probably 80 to 90 hours. Sometimes it should be 70. It's 80 to 90 to 100 for Liz, probably. And I coach high school volleyball and I play in a couple leagues. So I'm just running from place to place all the time. But so fitness really hasn't been my struggle because I've always been active. It's really been my nutrition and eating, sitting at my desk and kind of changing from an active life to sitting and being sedentary for 16 hours a day. It's been a big struggle for me.
So you are someone that definitely has seasons, athletic seasons, volleyball season, but you have tax season, which turns into a time when you in the past have had to sit for long hours.
Right.
Tell me what you did with your desk at work.
So this Christmas, I decided to invest in, it's called a Vera desk. So it just sits on top of my desk and I push a little button and I lift it up and I can have it at basically any height between like standing and being like up high to sitting down. It's been really good because there's days where I'm sluggish and I'm tired and I can stand up and get refocused. So that was a big commitment. It was a big money commitment, but I think for me, it's worth it. And there's been studies, someone sent me a study the other day and they were like, well, this really doesn't make any difference in people's health. Well, fine, if you're at work for 8 hours and you take an hour lunch in the middle, maybe it doesn't. And maybe that study was with people that work a normal job. But if you're sitting for 16 hours, I think it's completely different than sitting for 4 hours, taking your lunch and sitting for another 4 hours. So that's been huge.
I believe I remember seeing a video of you not just standing while working, jogging in place while you were working at your desk. So
the YMCA where I teach P90X was doing a step challenge, and you had to get 50,000 steps for the week. And during tax season, normally that's not hard, but during tax season, I was at like 30. So I was running in place with my Fitbit on for one night to try to get my 50,000 steps before Saturday night.
Yes. Awesome. So thank you so much for all of that. we're lucky enough to have one of our rock star, well, everybody on here is pretty much a rock star, but one of my favorite people on the team is Carrie, because Carrie just, I'm just going to let Carrie talk. And if you don't know who Carrie is, you need to go and watch her videos of her working out. And that's all I'm going to say for right now. And Tiff and Carrie are battling it out for who has the best workout videos going this last month. Go ahead, Carrie. What were your takeaways from Friday?
You cracked me up. Well, Friday was my very first Super Saturday experience. Scott has been trying to get me to come to one of these for a year now, and I finally came. Put all my excuses aside, because normally it's hard for me to get away on the weekends solo because of the kids and, you know, their schedules and whatnot. But I was really happy that I was able to go. My takeaway was...
Sorry to interrupt, but how many kids and what are their ages?
Oh, I have 3. They are all 21 months apart in age. Yes, I'm crazy. But Charlie is my oldest. He's 8. Cecilia is my little girl. She is 6. And Vincent is 4. And he will be 5 in June. So, and we have a puppy who's almost 1. He'll be 1 this month. So yeah, I'm pretty busy. So yeah, prioritizing and fitting this has been a major year for me to get my life back on track. And, you know, and ultimately it's made it 100 times better for my family in the long run. So I'm really happy that I took the plunge last year. It'll be a year, April 13th. So I'm excited. But yeah, so my takeaways were, to kind of touch on what Tiff said, the energy in that place, you just can't really even describe it. Like, it just, everybody's there for the same purpose. Everybody's there because, you know, they want to be there. They want to help people. You know, you're all there for the same reasons. And it just really was electrifying. And listening to the speakers and listening to the veteran talk about the Wounded Warriors project and how it affected his life and changed his life, and knowing that we were there even for a greater purpose to support that project was amazing. And the thing that really excited me was I finally got to work out to one of Cam's workout sessions, which I've been wanting to do, because Scott's been also trying to get me to go to some of their hip hop classes. And it's hard for me to get away in the evenings. You know, that's why I do these programs at home, because that's what's convenient for me. The kids have us running every single night of the week. Like Charlie, his schedule is crazy. So, you know, the fact that I actually got to work out and see Cam in action, and not too many people know this, but I know Cam outside of Beachbody. I met her before. We're linked. Our husbands are linked. So I knew Cam, but I didn't know the Beachbody, the Cam that's on stage, you know, and just to see her and to see her passion and I, you know, if I have a role model, she's one of them, you know what I mean? Because ultimately I would love to be doing what she's doing. I'm really in it for the fitness part of it, not the business part of it. You know, it's really, I just want to help people. I want to inspire people, and, you know, and I want to overcome things that used to hold me back, because I have a history. You know, I had a bad knee injury when I was 15. So that held me back for a really long time, because I was told that I couldn't do certain things and that I would never be able to do certain things again. And I'm doing them, and I'm proving that wrong, and I'm getting stronger. So to see Cam up on that stage and to kind of envision myself doing that one day was really inspiring.
Excellent. And Carrie downplays this a little bit, but Carrie had a very serious knee injury when she was in high school. She nearly lost the lower part of her leg. They were able to save her leg, but she still, to this day, does not have full range of motion in one leg. So when you do go and look at her workout videos, keep that in mind, that she does have to modify sometimes, but she's a pusher and she's super fit, and you'll see that if you scroll her wall at all. Also,
Did you see me doing the child pose, Scott?
I didn't go back and look. I have to do that. We have several videos from Friday night that she told me go back.
I kept doing push-ups. I can't bend, so I can't do child pose. The simplest thing, the thing that's supposed to be a break, I couldn't do.
Right, Carrie, I was next to you, and I'm dying doing push-ups, and you're like cranking out push-ups, and I'm like, I'll do child pose all day.
I had to do it. I had no choice because I was like, I couldn't bend. My butt would just stay up in the air. It was crazy.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, one of the warm-up moves was push up back into child's pose to get a stretch. Push up, child's pose.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're Carrie, you just skip the child's pose and you just do push-ups. So me, not so much. Donnell, not so much. But yeah, it was awesome to be right next to you at the workout, and right next to our next person who's going to come up, which is Coach Cloud. Hi, Cloud.
Hello. It's always, I've been, I don't know how many Super Friday Saturdays now, but the energy, like everybody was feeling at their first, and that's the big push that you get. So it's kind of nice that they do those. For me, I found that some of the topics and comments were speaking to me about trying to recognize people more. They added that fourth behavior recently, like within the last year. Used to be 3 vital behaviors, now it's 4. And I just don't recognize things, even in myself sometimes, especially not my challengers. So even the small things I need to start doing. So.
All right, you want to kick it over to Liz? I don't know how we're doing on time. We might get cut off here. Are these 30 minutes or 40? I can't remember.
They're supposed to be 40.
Okay, so maybe we're okay on time. Let's go to Liz, and then Cloud, if you have something else, we'll come back to you. We just want to make sure we get them all in. All right, this is Liz Retker. She is sitting next to me. And Liz and Donnell work together at PricewaterhouseCoopers. Coopers has an S on the end. So they're working right now 14, 16, 18. I think they logged one time a 20-hour day each, which is just baffling to me. So they're in the middle of that. We'll be quiet and let Liz talk about her takeaways.
So Super Friday, I think you guys kind of hit on everything that I can resonate with as well. One thing that I do want to mention that I think is very important, but we kind of tend to forget about it, is after the event, I was able to look back at all of the amazing selfies that we took, all of the photos. That's what I think we need to remember to take the time to do when you're in the moment. Sometimes you don't think about it. You're not really concerned about it. And I think that that's something that we need to try to help each other with, because I love being able to take pictures of Carrie doing the workouts. And they turned out really good, Carrie. I was so surprised. So things like that are how we can revisit an awesome event in 6 months. Use that photo. Use that to help you get someone else to come to the next event. Use a video to promote how, Carrie, you don't have the child's pose. You have to do the push-ups. Use those videos to prove to someone that you don't have to do what everyone else is doing. For sure. Right.
So obviously we're recording this and we want to help other coaches think about things. So one of the valuable things at a big event like that is to show, to have a memory of, what you experienced, and to show that there are people there who are doing the full-blown athletic type explosive moves, and right next to them are people doing a modification, or and they're not necessarily people that can't do the full move. Maybe they need a rest.
Yes.
Or maybe they're injured, or maybe they're just beginning their journey, or maybe they're elderly like me, whatever. All right, so good. Do you have any more?
That's about it for
Okay.
Friday.
So we're going to come back to you, and we're going to let Kaylee talk for a second here. But so Kaylee, this is your 10-second warning. Kaylee doesn't know we're about to make her speak. Kaylee's a new coach, and Kaylee was one of the people that came Saturday to the smaller, slightly smaller event from, I think it was 600 people Friday, and we had 5 people, is what we wanted. That was the plan. We wanted to practice hosting a Super Saturday to get through the technical things of like, we're going to play a video onto a bigger screen and the PowerPoints, and so it worked out perfect for our needs. But Kaylee, do you have any takeaways from anything in your journey with us so far?
I definitely loved having that smaller group because I don't know, I've never been to a Super Saturday. I didn't get to go on Friday. And yeah, it was just nice to like get that discussion part because I know a lot of you said like, oh, we didn't get to do that last night. So I really liked having that little bit of the experience of watching the video and having the snacks. But then most of what I took away was just the awesome discussion and collaboration with you other coaches.
Can I just say those snacks? I'm sorry.
I was full. I didn't eat until this morning because I was so full from yesterday and then the snacks. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, and we need a special shout out to Cloud again for hosting and really going above and beyond. She made us like a Shakeology pie, and we had
I finished it today.
It was like a Shakeology buffet. It was great.
we had Shakeology energy balls. We actually had Shakeology, believe it or not. So we had Shakeology for the appetizer and for the course and for dessert. And we played around. She has a super cool blender, which I was amazed by. I have an $8.99 Black Friday blender that I rock out. So her blender, you actually put stuff in and it blends it, like it mixes it together. Mine, I end up sometimes with some chunks. Okay. So, Liz, I have another question for you. So, can you compare and contrast for a minute the differences, and Kaylee touched on them, between what happened Friday and what happened Saturday?
I would say the main difference between the two experiences is definitely just the intimacy of what we had on Saturday. Friday is very mainstream and very broad. Saturday, we were able to focus on 5 individuals, and we were able to get a little deeper with each person on something that specifically related to them or any questions that they personally had. I think it's hard at those larger events for you to maybe get an answer to a specific question when everything is very broad and very generic to help just the basic coach try to figure out what's going on. Well, it may not relate to everyone.
I agree 100%. We were very open and honest on Saturday because we had the chance of having a small group, and we may not have that chance at other Super Saturdays, even if we host, but that's the purpose of that small group that we're going to start to do. And that's what these Zoom calls will be for. And keep in mind, if you're a new coach watching this on record, you can set up little meetings like this for your team, and they don't have to be a video conference. You can just do a 3-way phone call or group messages, or go and sit somewhere if you're local to your team. And just getting that, bouncing ideas off of each other, I think is super valuable. Okay, Tiff, do you have anything else you want to add? You can give me thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay, you're good. I saw Scarlett was dancing around, and her and Sean are probably busy right now. All right, does anyone else have anything? I'm going to come back to Kyle. We have maybe, looks like 6 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
Cloud, do you have any other, if a new coach, maybe Cloud has a team, a growing team all around the country. She has coaches from Arizona, coach from Texas now. And I think one of the most exciting things for Cloud and I on Saturday was, yes, we were all doing stuff, but then I got word. Go ahead, Cloud. What was the news you told me about what happened in Texas?
Oh, that one of my coaches went to Super Saturday. So I was hoping she'd be on. I'm going to chat with her after this.
And she went to Super Saturday where?
In El Paso.
Yes.
So she went all by herself. And I think there was 36 there. I saw a bunch of little messages from her, but Yeah. So she enjoyed it, and I'm waiting to get her takeaways. And my hair's on the people didn't make it, and a couple others didn't, but
So since we're wrapping up the weekend of Super Saturdays, there are events around the country. So if you have people interested that don't live near you, keep in mind you can have them go to an event near them. And you're allowed to host an event. You can get the video from corporate. You just have to request it on your Beachbody coach online office. And one of us can help you do that if you don't know where to find that. And then you can host a Super Saturday in your living room, basically like we did in Cranberry Township on Saturday. All right. Anybody else want to add anything? Or I can wrap it up if we don't have any questions. Let's check the chat. Let's see if there's any chats. No chats tonight because we let everybody talk. No one typed anything. All of you brave souls. Nobody's like hiding their video. I love this. When we started this a couple years ago, everybody would be calling in and not videoing in, or they'd be typing instead of actually speaking. So this is exciting, seeing how we've all grown individually and as a team. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you go do your thing. Most of you have other stuff that's to do in your life besides Beachbody, and we encourage that. So thanks for checking in. We actually ended a call 4 minutes early. This is like crazy. We had like the best call ever, and it's done early. So with that said, I'm going to end the meeting. Everybody have a good night and a great week. If you have questions, you can ask them in BOMB SQUAD Facebook group.
Bye, guys.
bye.
Bye.